increasing knowledge of the ocean, the Middle Ages saw significant developments in shipbuilding and naval technology. The Vikings are probably remembered as the preeminent seafaring nation of the Middle Ages. The Vikings built many different kinds of crafts, including small fishing boats, ferries, and of course, their famous longships. These longships were built from planks of timber, usually oak, which overlapped and were nailed together. The narrow shape and shallow draft of the longship meant that it could be used in shallow water to successfully carry out raids. By the end of the Viking period, Northern European ships mostly comprised knors. These were large, open boats with clinker-built hulls, which were rounder, shorter, and progressively less amenable to being rowed than their Viking longship predecessors. Increasing naval trade required larger ships, which led to the development of cogs and hulks. Cogs had centre-line rudders instead of steering oars, which improved their manoeuvrability. Cogs had hulls deep enough to need weather decks, which provided space below for crew and passenger accommodation and cargo. These developments made cogs safer and more profitable in peacetime, while also allowing them to carry more troops and supplies during war. Fighting platforms, called castles, could be added high up at the front and the back of these ships for archers and stone slingers. To make these ships sail faster, more masts and sails could be fitted. Hulks, on the other hand, had nothing that a stern rudder could be fixed to, and so continued to be steered by side rudder. Further important technological advancements in the 14th century led to the development of carvel-built ships. In particular, the mid-14th century Genoese ships, called carracks, began to influence Northern European ship design. Carracks, sometimes carrying more than one mast, made use of lanteen sails, which were irregularly shaped and in line with the ship, giving it greater manoeuvrability. These ships were designed with trading in mind, as they allowed merchants to store a greater quantity of goods on board. Some carracks were used as warships, and they were mounted with great guns. Similar principles were used to construct large galleys, which could be up to 130 feet long and used the power of sails and a bank of oars. The change from clinker-built ships to carvel-built ships was a process of adaptation rather than invention. These adaptations were the result of the changing political map, in which power was becoming more concentrated into larger, more stable entities, which would eventually form nation-states, all of which had coastlines that needed protecting.